We have arrived at the last part of our tour of Dalditch Camp, and we are now seeing the latest landmark on Woodbury Common, the Gibraltar Stone Memorial. This stone was donated by the people of Gibraltar to commemorate the 350th anniversary of the Royal Marines in 2014, and to all of the Royal Marines who have trained on the Common since the Second World War. This memorial also celebrates the connection with Gibraltar and the Royal Marines. The initial idea of the stone memorial was thought of by Lieutenant Colonel Alastair Rogers and was put into motion by Lieutenant General Sir James Dutton, the then Governor of Gibraltar and retired Royal Marine officer. The stone weighs 4.5 tons and is a boulder which fell from the cliffs above Catalan Bay. The stone memorial was made by a collaboration of the War Memorial Conservation Company and Mosford's Monumental Sculptors, both of which are based in Cardiff, Wales. It was driven to its final location on the Common by military lorry and was placed onto its final location by crane. The official unveiling ceremony for the stone took place on Thursday, 5th of March 2015. Looking at an aerial photo, the Gibraltar stone is located in the Four Firs area of the Commons. The most convenient car park to come and visit the memorial would either be the model airfield or Four Firs car parks, and it is roughly 3/4 of a mile or 1 kilometre walk from either car park. So let's have a closer look at the stone. Walking up to the stone, we can see some extra detail. On the front is a brass plaque, which if I zoom in, it commemorates the Royal Marines' history on Woodbury Common and their association with Gibraltar. Now you might like to pause it here so you can have a good read, but as it says, it overlooks the 300-yard range of Dalditch Camp, which is what we saw much earlier in the video. Going around the entire perimeter of the stone, there's a small plaque on the back of the stone. And here is the Commando values, as we see there. And if I pan around, we can have a look at where we are. Just in that wood, in the distance over here, is the firing point of the 300-yard range, which we saw earlier in the video. Panning down to here, we can just about see the top of the sheep dip tunnels. Now that will warm the cockles of any Royal Marine heart. Immediately to the left of the sheep dip tunnels is the butts of the 300-yard range. We can just see the sandy bank, which we saw much earlier in the video. Panning to the left, at the end of the wood in the distance ahead of us, that is where the model airfield car park is. We can also see the tops of the trees in the far distance behind the wood. That is Woodbury Castle. Panning around some more, we can get some extra detail of where we are. Over there is what used to be Black Hill Quarry. We can still see some remains of what it was. And here we are, here's the stone. And behind the stone, at that small group of trees, is Peter's Pool, which is part of the Commando training endurance course. So here we are, back at the stone again. Well, that is the Gibraltar Stone Memorial, which finishes off nicely our history tour of the Second World War Dalditch Camp and the surrounding Woodbury Common area.